Rockstar has never officially shown you the GTA 6 map. Not once. And yet right now there are fans who can tell you the exact distance in meters between Vice City's marina and Port Gellhorn. They can describe individual storefronts. They've matched highway curves in the game to satellite images of real Florida roads. That's not guesswork. That's one of the most detailed reverse engineering projects in gaming history. And it all started because of one of the biggest leaks the industry has ever seen. In September 2022, a hacker going by the name Tipo Tuber Hacker dumped over 90 videos of unfinished GTA 6 gameplay onto GTA forums. The internet lost its mind over the character footage, the early mechanics, the glimpses of Lucia and Jason running through what was clearly a modern Miami. But a smaller, quieter group of people saw something nobody else was paying attention to. At the bottom of those leaked clips, burned into the footage almost like a watermark, were numbers. Coordinates. Specifically, coordinates from Rockstar's Rage engine, the same system they've used to build every major game since GTA 4. Those numbers weren't random. They were real spatial data, actual in-game measurements using meters as the unit. And once you have coordinates, you can do math. A community member named Dupazira started what became known as the ViMap project, later absorbed into a broader effort called the State of Leonida Mapping Community. The approach was almost scientific. Drop a marker at a leaked location. Cross-reference the rage coordinate at that exact frame. Do it again and again. Over hundreds of data points, triangulate where everything sits relative to everything else. They built the skeleton of the map from the inside out using the game's own engine data against itself. When Rockstar's first official trailer dropped in December 2023, it didn't shut the mapping community down. It validated them. Fans went frame by frame through more than 2,000 frames of that trailer, matching coastlines, road curves, and building silhouettes against the coordinates already plotted. The layout held. The community's accuracy estimate, which started around 30 to 40% after the 2022 leak, jumped to somewhere in the 70 to 80% range almost overnight. By mid-2026, with a second trailer and 70 official screenshots from Rockstar in hand, contributors were claiming accuracy north of 95%. The interactive fan map at mapstateofleonida.net is now on version 13, maintained by a contributor called Yanis and built by a Discord community of over 16,000 members. Over 1,600 individual points of interest are plotted: roads, bridges, beaches, businesses, named regions. And through all of it, Rockstar has never officially denied any of it. So what does the map actually look like? The setting is the state of Leonida, a fictional version of Florida. Vice City sits in the southeast, a modern reimagining of Miami that looks nothing like the neon-soaked 2002 version most people remember. The new Vice City is a full contemporary city. Skyscrapers, packed beaches, nightclubs, marinas, and the kind of street-level chaos you'd expect from a place built to satirize modern American excess. People have matched individual storefronts from the trailers to real streets in Miami. That's how precise the detail is. The neighborhoods confirmed or pieced together read like a tour of what makes Miami actually Miami. Ocean Beach is back, the pastel hotel strip with neon lights and clubs that don't close until sunrise. Little Haiti sits nearby, recognizable from the original game, but rebuilt with far more texture and cultural specificity. There's a port district described in some leaks as a cruise ship capital, which tracks with Miami's real status as the busiest cruise port on the planet. And Vice Beach appears early in the first trailer, complete with a plane overhead pulling a banner that reads 919, which fans have been trying to identify as either a real brand embedded in the world or a piece of fictional lore. South of the city, following the coastline, is the Leonida Keys, the Florida Keys essentially, a chain of islands connected by bridges, visible in trailer footage and cross-referenced against the fan map with high confidence. The leaked footage shows the southern tail of the island chain, which the community has labelled the Gators Keys. The screenshots suggest it'll be the kind of place where the game's more eccentric characters live, somewhere between paradise and a slow-motion disaster waiting to happen. Then you move away from the coast and things get genuinely interesting. Grassrivers is the game's version of the Everglades, flooded grassland, waterways, confirmed swamp biome vegetation through trailer analysis. The kind of terrain that's inaccessible without an airboat, which Rockstar conveniently showed in official footage. This is where the map stops feeling like GTA and starts feeling like Red Dead Redemption 2. All wilderness and distance, and the quiet understanding that if something goes wrong out here, nobody is coming to help. If you loved Red Dead's open countryside, Grassrivers appears to be that same energy with subtropical heat and considerably more alligators. Further north, the map opens into rural zones with long stretches of highway cutting through flat farmland. Leaked debug menu names pointed to a location called Ambrosia, sitting in the central interior of Leonida, described as an industrial hub with something called the Allied Crystal Sugar Refinery playing a major role in the local economy. There's also Mount Kalaga, a national park in the northern part of the state that looks completely unlike anything else on the map. Tall trees, elevation, cooler terrain, dirt trails, a completely different visual biome from the beaches and swamps to the south. If the trailer footage is accurate, you could drive from a neon-lit nightclub in Vice City to a mountain trail in the same game world, which alone would make this map unlike anything Rockstar has built before. Port Gellhorn is another location the community has tracked with high confidence. A port city separate from Vice City, positioned further up the coast. Industrial, working class, the kind of city that exists in every major coastal state but never ends up on a postcard. Exactly the right kind of place for a GTE world to make interesting. If breakdowns like this are what you're here for, subscribe. We do this every week. And then there's the question nobody can fully answer yet, which is whether Gloriana exists. Gloriana has appeared in leaks and community analysis as a possible second region bordering Leonida. Some leaks suggest it could represent the game's version of Georgia or Carolina territory, a rural northern zone with a different cultural character from Florida's coastal energy. Nothing is confirmed. Rockstar hasn't acknowledged it. But given how accurate the community has been on everything else, nobody is dismissing it either. Some contributors believe it could arrive as post-launch DLC. Others think it's already in the base game and Rockstar is simply staying quiet. Either way, it's being tracked closely. Now for the scale question, because this is where things get hard to fully picture. GTA 5's map measured roughly 12,000 by 8,000 Rage engine units. Fan estimates for Leonida put it at around 28,000 by 28,000 units. A retailer leak described GTA 6 as the largest and densest open-world Rockstar has ever built, combining urban areas, swamps, forests and ports into a single, seamless world. Community triangulation puts the total landmass at between 2.5 and 2.7 times the size of GTA 5. If that's even close to accurate, this isn't a big GTA map. It's a different category of open world entirely. Some fans have estimated the map could be larger than Red Dead Redemption 2's total playable area, which was already considered one of the biggest open worlds ever made, and took Rockstar years to populate convincingly. If GTA 6 clears that bar, the question of what you actually fill all that space with becomes one of the most interesting design challenges the studio has ever faced. Everything described so far, every neighborhood, every region, every coordinate estimate is still technically unofficial. Rockstar has named Vice City, the Keys, Grassrivers and Mount Kalaga National Park through official materials. Everything else comes from the community. But here's what separates the GTA 6 mapping project from typical fan speculation. The exact same method was used before GTA 5 launched. A group on GTA forums ran a similar coordinate and screenshot analysis ahead of GTA 5's 2013 release. Their reconstructed map of Los Santos ended up around 95% accurate to the final game. Not directionally accurate, metrically accurate. Individual road positions, building placements, regional boundaries, all within a tight margin. The community is betting that lightning strikes twice. And given how much more raw data they have this time, from the 2022 Rage coordinates to 2 full trailers to 70 official screenshots to pre-order materials, the confidence seems built on something real rather than hope. The hacker behind the 2022 leak was identified as Aryan Kurtaj, a member of the Lapsus hacking group prosecuted in London in 2023. Rockstar and Take-Two themselves confirmed the footage was authentic. So the coordinate foundation the entire mapping project rests on came from footage that Rockstar publicly verified as real GTA 6 development material. Fans built an accurate map of a confirmed real game using confirmed real data. And in a strange way, Rockstar's decision to authenticate the leak, which they had to do for legal purposes, gave the community the one thing they needed most. Once Rockstar confirmed the footage was genuine, every rage coordinate burned into those clips became trustworthy. The mapping project went from interesting fan theory to something much closer to actual cartography. GTA 6 releases November 19, 2026 on PS5 and Xbox Series X. The official map still hasn't been shown, but 16,000 people across a Discord server have spent years piecing it together from coordinates, trailer frames, debug menus, and real-world satellite comparisons. Rockstar spent over a decade building a fictional state in secret. The community reverse-engineered it from numbers bleeding through the bottom of leaked footage. When the game drops, we'll find out exactly how close they got. YouTube's already picked your next one, it's on screen.